Hello boaters, welcome to Narrowboat Journeys. By popular request, Yoda is making another outing. Today we're starting off on the South Oxford Canal. We're just near Shipton on Cherwell and we're heading north. We'll be going through Shipton Weir Lock and then up the River Cherwell for about a mile, and it's just a short trip. I should be mooring up just below Baker's Lock. A few years ago, over to the left, there used to be a very large cement factory with a huge chimney. I mean, it had been disused for a long time, but it's all gone now, everything, and they're filling in the quarry behind it as well. I think they're going to build houses there. But I was so upset when they demolished the chimney because they didn't tell anyone, and they did it early one Sunday morning, and I would have loved to have videoed that. That would have been so good, and I was not that far away from there at the time as well. But oh well, we miss these things. We're heading on up towards Shipton Weir Lock now. On the other side of this lock is the River Cherwell, and Shipton Weir Lock is one of those extra wide locks. It's only shallow, there's probably about 18 inches, 2 foot rise on the lock, but it's extra wide so that it allows a greater volume of water to flow into the canal from the river. So that can feed the locks further on down the system then. I'm going to speed the video up here because I think going through locks can be a bit slow and tedious. So we'll go into super speed mode and we'll slow down again when I get to the other side. Now, don't be deceived by these lock gates. They're very tiny, but they leak like crazy and they are very, very heavy. Struggle to do them sometimes, especially if the river's a bit high on the other side. I was looking on the internet the other day and I found an old photograph. To the left here, immediately by the lock, used to be a house, a lockkeeper's cottage, and the old photograph showed it, and then there was a cat on the lock beam. I've no idea what date it was taken, but there's no sign of anything there now. And here we go, super speed back onto the river. At times when the river is flooding quite badly, it'll actually go over the path here, over both banks either side. It can be really quite fierce. This is the gentle end of the river really. It's wider and probably a bit shallower here. As you go on up, it twists and turns quite dramatically, very sharp bends, and the channel narrows as well, so the speed of the water does increase. I mean, I won't notice it today because there's no noticeable flow on the river, but when there is a flow, I mean, I've been going up this river before with the engine absolutely flat out and just creeping forward just a few inches, really, really slowly, almost going backwards, but luckily so far I've made it. Can be quite interesting. Right, just stopping here briefly to close the lock gate, and then off we go. It's from about this point, approaching the railway bridge there, that the river starts to get really fast flowing in the winter when it's in flood. And this is where you'll need the extra speed. And then just on the other side of this bridge, the next bend, which bends around to the left, that's the fastest bit of all. That's the bit that nearly stopped me when I went through. And very often from the quarry over to the left, we can't see it today, but they pump out water into the river, so there's often quite a strong jet of water sort of shooting out into the river. And this is that fast corner. And this bridge marks the end of the River Cherwell as far as navigation is concerned. We take a sharp right here, which takes us back to Baker's Lock and onto the canal. I'm going to moor up just before Baker's Lock, just on the other side of this working boat, for a couple of days. Thank you for watching Narrowboat Journeys. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Who knows where we'll be going? It's bye from me, and it's goodbye from Yoda. Time to let the cats out now, of course, and it's always, without fail, Bush comes out first, closely followed by Midge. They're always quite eager to explore where their new surroundings are.